In The Campaign, two CEOs seize an opportunity to oust long-term Congressman Cam Brady by putting up a rival candidate, Marty Huggins.
This has been my dream, running for office.
You're challenging our four-term congressman. How do you expect to do that?
Did I say that again?
That little guy's a weirdo. I'm gonna smoke that clown.
We've got some work to do, right?
How you doing?
Hate to break it to you, friend, but your balloon's getting ready to pop. And that balloon's full of your own butt toots.
Are you trying to trash talk me? Your mama's like a vacuum cleaner. She sucks, she blows, and gets laid in the closet.
When I first heard about The Campaign, I thought, oh, I like Will Ferrell usually, and I like Zach Galifianakis, so this could be really funny. Then I saw the trailer, and I thought it looked pretty bad. To be honest, the trailer was garbage. Having seen the movie, I have to say it's in the middle. It's definitely not garbage. It's funny, but it's not as funny as, you might hope it would be. I definitely was laughing a lot, but for every good thing, there was something really bad. So it kind of evens out to be just a funny movie. The interesting thing about The Campaign is that it actually has a lot of honesty and truth behind it, because it's making fun of a lot of political things and how, candidates can be bought out and stuff like that, and that's not fiction, so it's kind of interesting. I hope that a lot of people realize not all of it is that far-fetched in this movie. Obviously, it's very much exaggerated in terms of the public versions of what you see, like the different ad campaigns, but it's definitely an interesting, if not exaggerated, mirror of the real world, which is not something you'd expect to say about a Will Ferrell, Zach Galifianakis comedy. So first off, the writing, like I said, for every good joke, there's a bad joke, and in the trailer, they show all the bad stuff as far as I'm concerned. It's just looked really, really lame. But there are actually some funny bits in this. It's mostly, though, I think, to do with the directing more than the writing. Some of it is visual stuff, and I will get into the directing in a moment, and I will list a few of my favorite parts later on, but in general, the writing is, I guess, like I said, it's kind of mixed. It's half and half. But going into the directing, there were a lot of really, really funny visual bits, a lot of really funny timing bits, just some really funny stuff. So I think that it was directed pretty well. The only problem I would say is that they do a ton of takes with these different things. Like there's a scene early on at a table where the kids of Marty Huggins are saying bad things that they had done, and that they said like 50 things, and then they picked the best ones of the 50. But, I gotta say, I feel like they didn't pick really the best ones, because it starts to become, this and that, my butthole. And I just feel like that is not as funny as other things could be. So maybe they picked some things I wouldn't have picked for some scenes, like some gags, but, it is what it is. And acting-wise, I was surprised to find that this is, I think, more a Zach Galifianakis movie than a Will Ferrell movie. Will Ferrell, I guess maybe, I don't know who's in it more, actually, but it just felt like Will Ferrell was on the back burner a little bit, and in a good way. He actually, I don't think he overdid it. He did not go over the top like he usually does, which can be good and can be bad, but he kind of just fit in there really well, and I was really surprised by that. It did not feel overwhelming at all. And then Zach Galifianakis, I thought, did a great job. He actually showed a lot of emotion sometimes, which, I think he's a good actor in general, so I guess I wasn't surprised by that. But both of them, I think, were very funny. Definitely not the best characters of either, and I really do appreciate that they didn't go over the top and kind of do too much, because it can sometimes be too much. And now I'm going to talk about the couple of things that were my favorite parts that I actually had to write down because I did not want to forget them of The Campaign. I guess they're not really spoilers, but just in case, I'm letting you know that this might be a spoiler section. So if you have not seen The Campaign, you might want to wait and then see what I thought, because maybe I'll ruin these scenes for you. You'll know what to expect. So go check out The Campaign and then come back and see what I thought were the funniest parts of the movie. So the first thing I thought that was hilarious right off the bat, and I couldn't believe it, it was hysterical, was the Asian maid being paid to do like a black voice. And I thought that was hilarious, because I honestly did not expect who was at the door when they answered the door at first when they were doing the voice, so I thought that was a really funny idea. Also, as small as this is, I cracked up when they got the new dogs. Marty Huggins got the new dogs, and then you see the little pugs up in the window looking down, and it's like a slow zoom as they stare out the window. I think stuff like that is hysterical, and, the theater did not laugh as much as I was laughing, so I don't know if maybe I just thought it was way funnier than it was, but I thought it was great. Another moment that I laughed at, and I don't think anybody else laughed at, was when they cut to Marty Huggins' wife watching Drew Carey, and then you see that she's smoking a cigarette. That was genius because obviously earlier on she said that she touches herself while she watches Drew Carey on The Price is Right. So that was great. I feel like maybe people forgot that she had said that because nobody laughed except for me. I felt like a jackass. And the best part of the movie, in my opinion, or I think the best part, or at least what I laughed at the most, was the part where Marty Huggins was talking to Cam Brady's son from, it was filmed from in the bushes, and he's like, you could call me Dad, I could be your dad, and he's like, Dad? And then he looks over at the bushes, and the bushes move. Genius. The kid's face, when he's like looking in the bushes, what are you looking at? Unbelievable. I want to see that again a million times. That stuff kills me. But other than that, there were plenty of funny parts. I was laughing throughout, obviously. I didn't expect to not laugh. I just didn't expect it to be good, and it ended up being okay. It was definitely better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be terrible. Probably better than a lot of recent Will Ferrell movies, I would think. Maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of hard to gauge them. But overall, yeah, I had a good time. Silly movie, but it was funny. It made me laugh a lot. So there you go. So let me know in the comments what you thought of the campaign. Let me know if you were expecting it to be terrible or if you were expecting it to be amazing. Let me know what you thought of Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis in this one. Did you think that they were over the top? Did you think that they were held back? Did you think they were perfectly in the middle? What was your favorite part? What was the funniest part? What had you laughing the most? Let me know anything that you want about the campaign. And that's pretty much it.
We've got some babies to kiss. That's my baby to kiss.
He just punched a baby.